Alright guys, another video. In this video I'm gonna show you how to remove a 99 Eclipse crank sprocket or pulley or timing pulley or whatever you guys call it. So in order to remove this sprocket you have to have a special tool. The one tool that I got is from the Harbor Freight and it does just fine. You can rent it at AutoZone, you can order it online. The one that I have is from Harbor Freight and it's like $15–20 and it does the job just fine. So right now this tool, it doesn't have all the things you need for this to remove. It does have important stuff, but it's missing few things. It's missing a bolts. Even though this set has a lot of bolts, this tool actually is missing the bolts. There's 3 bolts that screw in these holes right there. So in order to get those bolts, there are 6 M6. You can get them from hardware store or you can get them from your car. Your car has it. Those are the bolts that are on the coil. They're same bolts. They will screw inside here and they will work just fine. So what I did, I took those bolts and I started already removing it. So I was like, you know what, maybe folks need to learn how to do this. So right now I'll show you how to do it. It's really simple, it's really easy, and it doesn't cost that much to do it. Alright, here we go. You're gonna have this tool, right? You're gonna face this neck outside, not the inside, outside. Then you're gonna take this long bolt looking thing, you're gonna screw it inside, make it flush with the thing. As well, you're gonna have this little attachment that go on it and you press it on there. That's how it is. Now you're gonna take your bolts that you got from the coil, as well as these washers, because the bolt by itself, it will go actually through once you start pulling it. So you get these washers that you get in the set. I use 2 of them. You align this tool with each hole, so you have to find where the holes are, and then screw the bolts. Alright, that's one done. There's the second one. And then the third one is right here. Third one goes on the bottom. Now, these bolts that you're gonna screw, make sure they are screwed enough, because if you didn't screw them long enough, I mean if you didn't screw them at least I would say a ½ inch, what you're gonna do once you start pulling this thing, you might end up stripping the threads, because this uses a lot of tension. So that's going to be a problem for you. You're going to strip the threads and pull it out, and then you're going to have trouble taking this thing off. So I would suggest a ½ inch, as much as you can. It doesn't have to be all the way, but do it as much as you can, like I said. The more you do it, the better for you, because that way you're going to feel more safer. As well as this bolt and this little attachment has to be aligned with the crank output. So what you want to do is make this flash with the crank, so once you start pulling it, it's not going to slip, it's not going to start bending on one side. That way you're safe. You're not going to damage the crank. Tighten these good enough. And the next step is a 14 millimeter impact. You're gonna start screwing this thing, and once you start screwing, this sprocket will start pulling off. I'll show you how to do that. There we go. This thing goes inside here. Sprocket is right there. As you can see, it's moving. It's already moving. There it is. It's off. That's how simple that is. It's already off. I would really suggest you guys don't bang on this thing. If you don't have this tool, don't try to pry it off. Don't use pry bars to pry it off. Don't be hitting it with a hammer. Make sure that you don't lose this thing as well. It goes inside this thing, inside a little hole. What it does, it prevents the sprocket from spinning on this thing. It helps to put sprocket together with the crank, so that way when sprocket spins, the crank spins. If you lose this thing, the sprocket will spin, and it will actually not lock together with the crank. So that way the sprocket will spin, and it will not spin the crank at all. So that's pretty much it. Don't bang on this thing. Don't try some crazy things to pull this thing off. I've seen people heating it. I mean, heating it is just fine, but be careful, because you can heat it, but it's just I don't know. I wouldn't suggest. This tool does just a good job. As well as, if you want to buy these bolts in the hardware store, you do not have these, buy a really good quality ones. Like I said, tighten as much as you can inside here, so when you start pulling it, you don't break it, or you don't bend it. You know, it's gonna be trouble for you if once you break those things. You're gonna have to extract it. But anyway, that's how you do it. That's how you remove the sprocket, crankshaft sprocket. It's really easy. It's not a rocket science. It's simple. This thing is $20, and it does the job. It does just good job. So yeah, guys, get this thing, and it will help you a lot. Make sure you like it. Make sure you subscribe. I will see you guys next time on the next video. Laters.